Welcome back, Ace Runners, to Day 3 of the 2023 Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship, presented by Barbasol. Coverage brought to you by Run Productions. My name is Holly Finley.
And I am Raven Klein. There is no need to whine. We have brought you the back nine. We are at Nevin Park in Charlotte, North Carolina. And if you haven't had a chance to check out the front nine of Day 3 yet, go ahead and do that. Nevin has been a doozy today, to put it one way. Checking in on our leaderboard, Kristen Tatar is still leading, and she is 4 down, and then Owen Scoggins and Kat Murch following her as the only players under par currently. We're going to start off with hole 10, par 3, 242 feet. You need to push something straight uphill, and a lot of times you end a little bit shorter than you think, but everyone in this field could definitely get up there with a mid. But we see a variety of shots from putters to mids to drivers. Whatever you feel comfortable with, go for it, and the only thing you have to worry about is if you were to send it long, there is an OB road.
Hailey King up first after a birdie on hole 8. She's throwing a putter off the tee, but it's a little left. It works its way up the fairway, and she's got a long look at it.
Jennifer Allen sending it. Great power. She goes right over the basket, but now she's a little bit long. That's going to be a circle 2 birdie putt.
Allie Smith with the hyzer flip up. We've seen this shot a lot from her today. And a tower tap.
Beautiful.
I need those 2 hype men to follow me around every weekend. Flight Factory run back showing the perfect drive from Allie Smith. Little tower tap, and that'll be a drop-in birdie for her.
Tower tap. Stacie Rawnsley pulling her disc to the right side, but she does get caught up with a tree.
Rawnsley still about 68 feet away. She decides to forehand chip up to play for par.
Hailey with a long look here for a birdie bid. And taps the band.
Band tap. Jennifer Allen going past the basket. She's got a birdie look. Oh, front of the cage. Good shot shaping on that putt from Jennifer Allen.
Yeah. This is Hailey for par. Makes it look easy. Stacie Rawnsley in for the par. Allie in with the tap-in birdie.
Hate to let hole 10 slip away. It's a shorty and it's right there.
Yeah.
Really feel like you need to get that birdie. Hole 11, playing from the long tee, a par 3, 375 feet. The road on the left out of bounds. We've also got a Mando tree here on the left. Disc must pass to the right of that. This is on an elevated tower, so I'm looking for some more tower taps. This is a very difficult green to get into, even with a drive, and especially the upshot. It requires a lot of finesse and touch to land around the basket and not trickle down that slope and end up with a long uphill putt. Allie Smith up first after parking the previous hole. Look at this beaut.
That is really nice. That's pushing straight. She's probably going to end up a little bit on the left side, but she gets down almost to pin height.
Another beaut.
Great looking shot from Hailey. She's keeping it low and
a park tower tap from Hailey King. That's a rarity on this hole.
That little root probably helped her. Some body English from Hailey. Beautiful. It is such a fast greens.
Jennifer misses the fairway and gets a lucky tree kick. Gets a lot of forward progression. She'll have to pitch up for par. Stacie back to this fairway driver. Ooh. And she seems to be pulling things a little to the right.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Yeah.
Seems to be a common error today for her.
She did kick over to the left side, so she is just going to approach with a forehand.
Oh, look at the green. Look at it go. Look at it go. Oh, no. And she has fallen victim to that fast green downhill roll. Stacie will have about a 70-foot uphill putt to save par.
Jennifer Allen with the backhand Annie shot, and she just puts herself at the bullseye for par.
From the woods.
Great shot.
Wow, incredible touch and finesse from Jennifer Allen, who's pretty much known for being a power player.
Yeah. Allie Smith pitches up inside the bullseye.
Stacie says, you know what, I'm not interested in that putt, or maybe she didn't even have one.
Yeah.
She pitches up. She's going to drop in the bogey.
Jennifer Allen with a great par save.
Look at Hailey's disc resting on the tower.
Just waiting its turn.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Right, don't forget about me.
Oh, yeah, I think you can mark it, right? You just like set it on the base. Yeah. I was like, wedge it. You mean
Hailey doesn't even want to go grab an extra putter.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
The tap-in birdie for Hailey King.
Hailey King now back under par. That's what we're looking for here at Nevin.
So far, all 3 days, there's just been one single birdie on this hole.
It's a tough one.
Hole 12, par 4, 603 feet. Off the tee, you want to push yourself past this second stump, ideally actually crossing over the creek and trying to be lined up with the fairway. Anything that leaks out to the side can be difficult to get up and down from. But if you land well, you can shoot something straight up toward the basket, and there's a little bit of a ramp just shy of the pin, but you can still scoot up there and have yourself a look at birdie from inside the circle.
I love how all of our hole descriptions are on how to birdie the hole, because we're not settling for par.
Well, I don't want par.
Exactly. We're
Yeah.
teaching you how to birdie the hole.
If you want par, you can just throw like a fairway or a mid, get short of the creek, and then you can throw a putter another 150 feet, and then you can throw a putter another 150 feet, and then you can tap out your par.
Yeah.
But that's not what I want to see.
Exactly. We're here to see
I
birdies.
want you to send it.
This is the finale. Hailey King lands in a premium position, and look at this shot from Allie
And
Smith.
speaking of sending it, both of those shots are fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
They have a chance at birdie.
Yes, they
You're
do.
welcome.
Yes, they do. Jennifer Allen pulling out the T-bird.
I actually thought about that the other day when we were like, yeah, and if you want a birdie, you got to do this. Could also tell you how to bogey it if you want.
Jennifer
Hit
Allen
the tree.
over the creek, and she's in the middle of the fairway with maximum distance.
This is a good looking shot from Stacie as well. 4 for 4 on this card, even though Stacie is nestled up by that tree. Good use of the fairway width. She does unfortunately catch a little tree on the right side, but I thought that looked nice.
Hailey King perfectly lined up in the middle of the fairway. Oh no, early left.
Say this is almost like just playing hole 14.
Right.
2 holes early.
Yep, Hailey King actually gets pinned deep, but she's got a long putt through some trees. Gonna have to ask the spectators to move over.
Allie did sort of the same thing. Early release, taking that left side up.
Jennifer had the longest drive of all. About 260 left to the basket.
There we go.
She stands
Come
still
on.
as a Halo
Past the
Rock
basket.
3. Wee. Jennifer putting for birdie from circle's edge. She say, how did I miss?
Yeah, I think she meant the tree.
Oh.
If she meant the basket, then that's some confidence. I'm like, oh, how did I miss that 230-footer?
Always find it enjoyable when people get genuinely upset when they miss like a 90-footer. Like, bro, are you making 90s 10 out of 10?
Like-
I don't think so. Settle down now.
Allie
Allie throws a little long now.
Say,
We
hope she
haven't
shoots
seen
it.
a lot of upshot mistakes from Allie.
No.
She's usually in the bullseye with the drop in.
Stacie took the energy. That's what it is. Stacie with the forehand approach inside the bullseye.
Little swapperooski here
The
on the
course
upshot.
was like, we can't have that for both of you. I need someone to make a long putt.
One at a time, please. Haley pitches up.
Come
Look
on.
at Allie's
Make it.
comeback.
Just
Circle's
make it.
edge.
In the basket. Oh, in the basket.
Oh,
dang
that
it.
was unfair. It was a little high, I admit, but it was a lot of chains. I feel like it should have stayed in. And what is going on with hole 12's basket? Is that thing even regulation? I mean, I see the cage is leaning a bit, so now I'm questioning things.
Jen taps in a par. Stacie taps in a par.
And Hailey King with a par.
Allie, even though she had a lot of chains on that par putt, has to settle for a bogey.
I hate settling.
We all hate, never settle.
We're not settling. It's time for birdies. Hole 13, y'all. Par 5, 685 feet. Off the tee, you want to get through this wooded type fairway around the corner, landing about here. Your second shot can be very conservative. You don't need to bite off a lot. You can land right here and still get a birdie. But if you're feeling aggressive and a little crazy, you might want to try to get that second shot up around the corner just to shorten the third shot all that much more. This is a downhill fast green. I haven't seen a lot of birdies here. Let's see who's got the shot shaping today to give us a birdie look. Hailey King up first. A nice low shot. Another favorable kick, and she's in the middle of the fairway. I have seen that a lot. More so than usual out here. I like the height on Jen's shot. Could be good distance.
Oh, wow. Not gonna lie, out of her hand, I didn't think it was gonna make it all
I
the
saw
way
your
through.
face. You look scared.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Which I try not to, but
It
I
happened.
did.
I'm not playing poker with you. On my team.
Actually, you don't even know. I'm so good at it. Stacie with a beautiful shot. Poker and disc golf aren't the same. It's different facial muscles. Allie also opting for the lower hyzer through the gap. Everyone just kind of ending on the left side of the opening.
Hailey King's going for something aggressive. It didn't work out. She hit the tree, dropped down early, but once again, she's in the middle of the fairway, so par still an option. Maybe even a birdie if she gets lucky.
Allie also lining up something to really push her way. Oh, and she cuts the final corner. She's slightly off to the side, but she's in great position.
I don't mind it though.
No, not at all. I mean off to the side in the most literal sense, not in like the rough.
Stacie also going past the flat landing zone a wee bit around the corner.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit.
She's going to be in good position.
Look at the crowd building here on the FPO chase card.
Hailey, a very smooth shot to get herself around the corner.
I love that.
And in the middle of the fairway.
I love that shot.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Oh, Jennifer Allen going to a standstill forehand with her mid. Hits a tree, but still she can work with that. Much like a lot of the holes at Nevin, there's a lot of little fairways, but she finds one of the tiniest pencil trees, and now she's in scramble mode.
There we go. Full distance shot out of Jen with a good tree kick, but this one doesn't hit the basket like the last 2 days.
Oh, darn.
Stacie lining up her third. And she is in the bullseye for a birdie.
A birdie.
So that...
I don't like early celebrations.
No, I was going to say...
Even if it was like a 5-foot putt like that, I'm so superstitious. I'm like, it's not a birdie yet. The job's not done now.
I'm just a little stitious.
I'm not super, I'm little. Hailey King shorts her upshot, and Allie, I don't know what's going on with Allie. All of a sudden, she's giving her upshot energy to Stacie.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Hailey's in for par. But this swaparooski from Allie parking it and Stacie going a bit long is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, but... Jen, left side and a little bit low. I was like, Allie's going to make this one, though, right? Okay. I was like, she missed the last one, and she doesn't really miss that many putts.
Yes. Allie in for birdie here on the 13th.
And she makes it. Early celebration, no catastrophic ending. So Stacie and Allie both grabbing birdies on this hole.
And even after a couple of tree hits, it looked like a rough get down to the basket. Jennifer capped it off at a bogey.
Yeah. No major bleeding there.
Stacie's first birdie.
Whee! Hole 14, par 3, 320 feet, a straight tunnel shot. We've seen in the past players like Kat Mertz just throwing a mid, getting all the way up there. If you want to negate maybe some major tree kicks, you can throw a mid. Even if you don't get all the way up and you stay in the fairway, you're going to be in good position. But if you feel comfortable or have maybe a hyzer flip up, that's going to work just fine. You'll see the right side of the green open up just a little bit more.
Stacie Rawnsley up first. After a birdie on the 13th. Oh, this is looking tasty.
Come on.
Be a treat. Be a treat. Oh,
that'll
yes.
work.
Stacie putting for birdie.
Allie, a little bit too far to the right side, catches a tree, but makes it over halfway up the fairway.
Hailey King sort of lined up in the direction she let her disc go, and she is halfway down the fairway on the left. Oh, Jennifer Allen, too high, too right. Couple of tree hits, and oh, surprise, surprise, she's back in the middle of the fairway. Man.
It's kind of a little yankopotamus.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Jen, forehand with her Yeti AVR. Another friendly tree kick. This is crazy.
I'm out. I'm out.
What is going on here? This is so fun to watch. Ooh, I love this shot shape.
Oh, she caught some of the high branches, but I liked that as well.
I did too. Got to get the knucks from the caddy.
Hailey just going to pitch up to the basket beautifully. She'll have a tap-in par.
Allie,
Throw it in.
There was that straight route. She takes the largest way to the basket. Smart choice.
Stacie Rawnsley for birdie.
Yes,
Hey, there we
Stacie
go.
Rawnsley, 2 birdies for her now.
Ow.
Jennifer Allen in for par as the crowd grows here on hole 14. If you've never been to a Pro Tour event, go ahead and start planning now. They've already released next year's season. And you can buy tickets on the Pro Tour website. Probably not this early yet, but as the events get closer, keep a lookout for those. Allie Smith drops in a 5 here on hole 14.
Yeah, she left her bogey putt just a little shy with that cage miss we see sometimes. And Hailey King with the par. Moving on to hole 15.
Missing. Taking the risk.
Ace runners, this is hole 15, a par 3, 346 feet. You've got 2 fairways. Depending on how you're feeling that day, depends on which one you're going to take. First day I took the right side, the second day I took the left side. I find it's possible to park the hole with both. Really, it's just, what you're feeling that day, I guess. Not much more to say than that.
Personally, I like the backhand turnover on the left side because I think you get more distance than the forehand play.
Rawnsley
flippy.
going with that turnover. I actually played with her the first day and saw her park it with this same shot. And she's given herself a birdie putt in circle 2.
Just a slight undercommit on the angle, but pin high. Hailey King with a similar line gives it a lot more height, and her disc flips early. She's going to get past the basket.
Yes, Hailey King putting for birdie.
Great shot.
Love getting a birdie putt on this hole. It just feels so good to get down there.
Ooh, there we go. Jennifer Allen also giving it the right height.
Oh my gosh, Jennifer Allen, another lucky tree kick, and now she's sitting right by Hailey King putting for birdie, and she was going to be 60, 70 long. That
I was going
thing
to say, it was like, oh, she saw Hailey's disc and waved as she went by. And now they're neighbors. Allie Smith gets caught up in some trees, so she's left with a forehand approach. And Allie's back. She's just outside the bullseye.
That's the type of upshot game we're used to seeing from Allie.
Stacie just not comfortable with a long putt here, so she drops down and does a forehand approach to secure the par.
Jennifer Allen for a 2, just a little short and low.
Hailey King for the 2.
A band again. We saw a lot of that in the front 9. It feels good to hit the basket, but at some point you're like, I'm sick of this. I'm ready to hit the chains and go in.
Yeah. You can only handle that for a while. People are like, well, at least you're missing by hitting the basket. And you're like, yeah,
You
but
know
I
what?
hit the basket again.
I'm sick of hearing that.
I mean, I agree. I'd rather hit the basket for my miss than airball, but it
Facts.
doesn't make it fun.
Facts. Hailey King in for par. Allie Smith in for par.
Stacie Rawnsley in for par. And Jennifer Allen in for par. Everyone on that hole kind of just wants to leave it. No one really was super happy with that outcome. Maybe Allie after the scramble.
It feels like a bonus to get all the way down there and then not to capitalize.
Yeah,
It's a big
very
disappointment.
true. Moving on, we have hole 16, par 3, 270 feet. Another uphill shot. You just want to push something straight that maybe has a small hyzer finish so that when you hit the ground, you can scoot up next to the basket. It is an elevated pin, and it might not seem like it on camera, but on the tee you feel a little bit pinched almost because of the main tree on the left side. So a lot of players will yank something into the right side tree, or they just hug the left side a little too close.
Stacie Rawnsley up first. Oh no, she saws it off left side, but still busts through a lot. I'm not going to say that's actually a putt. Looks like she might have to pitch up to par.
There it is. Beautiful shot from Hailey. Has plenty of steam, and she actually, again, skips past the basket.
And that root skip gave it a little extra boost.
Yeah. Ooh, wow.
Jennifer hits a tree on the right side, only progresses halfway down the fairway. Or should I say up the fairway?
It didn't even land in the middle.
I mean, for the first time all round.
Yeah. This play from Allie is actually not a bad choice. If you're not worried about getting the birdie, the right side opens up, and then you can either take a long look for it or just pitch up and get your par. Stacie catches a couple limbs on the way out and just doesn't get enough on it.
Jennifer finds a gap and works her way to inside the circle. She'll have a putt for par from 18 feet.
Stacie just having to pitch up again. It really doesn't get it as close as she wants.
Stacie getting a bit of the Eeyore body language. Looks like she's disappointed to get another bogey. She had a little birdie streak going. Oh, Hailey King!
She was really mad about the last putt that she missed, so...
I would be too.
Oh. Just give a little fist pump. Yeah. Such a good putt.
Hailey King now 2 under par after making that. Wow.
She didn't even see it. She didn't even know that happened. Which is probably a good thing.
Stacie in for another bogey, and that moves her to 5 over par for today's round.
Those always stress me out. Like when I see my own, you're like, oh, please don't. I'd rather not even know. Jennifer Allen and Allie Smith both taking pars here on the 16th.
If you get on coverage, do you go back and watch yourself on the coverage?
Not every time. I've only done it when, like, there's a specific thing I wanted to look at. Either if I did something bad or if I did something really cool.
Let's check out the new hole 17, par 4, 715 feet off the tee. Step 1, most important, hit the gap. We've seen players even use a mid just to make sure they do just that. If you're feeling fancy, why don't you go max distance so we can look at this thing for a birdie or maybe even an eagle. Otherwise, you're just going to lay up short of the OB, and then you're going to pitch across again and get yourself a drop-in par 4. We don't tell you how to play for a lot of pars out here.
I can't believe you just said eagle.
I mean, hey, you never know.
Throw it
We've
in.
got the biggest distance throwers on this card.
That's true.
Hailey King hits early left but drops down right in the middle. Very lucky for her. See, with this type of shot, Jennifer could give us 2 of these, and she's putting for eagle. You know what I mean?
I thought it was a par 4. You have to throw it in for eagle.
Oh, no, I thought it was
like,
a
you're
5.
just telling somebody to throw it in. I was like, dang.
I'm sorry. I thought this was a 5.
That's okay.
Now I'm a little disappointed.
Hey, we could still see the eagle.
You're right. Someone could throw it in.
You said it so matter-of-factly as part of the hole. I was like, dang.
Oh.
Misses the puddle from the rain.
Huh. Didn't even know we had a puddle in the fairway.
Sorry, I'm still distracted for how nonchalantly I said I don't watch myself when I realize I always go back and watch, but I skip through everybody else and just look at my shots as like a training tool. So like I don't watch the coverage. I just
look at yourself.
So it only takes like 10 minutes.
This is Hailey's second shot, and from here she can still get par.
See, this is still good distance. She just doesn't want to overthrow it.
And from here, Allie Smith has about 400 feet into the pin, so she decides to lay it up short of the OB, and then she'll give us another one of those shots.
Stacie lining up with a faster disc. I think she's going for it.
Stacie going between the telephone pole and the edge of the woods.
She does yank it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Wow, what
She
a
gets
shot.
through.
Clips the woods and still gets in bounds.
I feel like she didn't expect that much flip out of her disc.
Jennifer Allen also going for it. It's a bit high and moving left too quickly.
That needs to sit. That needs to... Oh, so I don't think that's going to stay.
And she is barely out of bounds.
Before the flag. Way before the flag.
Hailey going for it with a putter.
Hailey has about 270 into the basket from there. She leaves herself with a 36-foot putt for par.
Allie Smith going with the hyzer into the basket. However, it didn't go into the basket. So she'll have to settle for having a putt for par.
More settling.
More settle. I mean, that's only the second settle of the round.
Stacie with the perfect upshot. She'll be dropping it in. Hailey King to save par after hitting early off the tee.
She's going to putt like that last hole. Oh, just catches the nubs on the right side.
Those nublets.
Freaking nublets.
Jennifer Allen in for par.
Oh, that's right, because she went OB. I was like, no, it's not. I'm losing it.
I mean, that could have been an eagle.
It could have been.
Could have been, but it wasn't. Allie Smith in for par.
Hailey with the bogey after that early tree. And Stacie in for the par. Only one hole left for these players on our third day. And Hailey King currently the only player on the card under par.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. Today, the world is in the palm of your hand. Or at least this can is. For over 100 years, Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Welcome back. Hole 18, par 5, 830 feet. You want to shoot out the gap, and you do have OB along the entire right side while the fairway kind of hooks down toward the basket. If you want to... If you want to play it safe, you can just stay along the left and the tree line because that's all inbounds. But if you get a good second shot, you can cut the corner and maybe have a look at that birdie. I hope that wasn't too loud for you guys at home. Knocked something off the table.
Jennifer Allen makes the gap, but ends up slightly on the left side in the woods, and she could still get a birdie from there.
Allie Smith with a good forehand, pushing herself toward the OB line, so if she wants to go for it, that's a better side to be.
I made a joke with Stacie that this is her fall leaf disc because it's gold.
The
and
gold-
it
she
just
has
looks
two
like
gold
a
ones.
leaf. And I'm like, Stacie, stop throwing your leaf all over the course. I can't find it, okay?
Yeah, she has two of that identical like gold plastic.
Stacie doesn't make it out of the gap, and neither does Hailey King, but both of them land in the middle, so they should have some options to work with.
That's gonna be OB.
Is it?
Yes.
No.
Sorry.
I didn't want to believe it. Hailey King out of bounds with her second shot.
Stacie is gonna try and get some distance, but some major hyzer to avoid the OB.
That major hyzer has put her in the edge of the woods. You can't really just get a good shot when you're sitting on the edge like that.
It's true. I'm just laughing because, like, major hyzer at your surface.
Major hyzer! Jennifer Allen just going for that safe corner spot. And from there, she can actually get to the basket.
Allie is lining up to cut the corner.
Yeah, we saw her shorted in a previous day.
Come on, over the
wall. Safe, short grass, out of the
Great
woods. That's what you're looking for. Caddy loves it.
Stacie also trying to get across the corner here. No problem doing that, but she is going to be on that tree line again. Hailey King throwing 4 after the OB.
Hailey with about 320 feet to get to this landing zone, and she shorts it out of bounds. She's going to have to throw again from the same spot. And Hailey King has such massive distance, you hate to see her wasted on shorting a stroke. She makes sure to put a lot more height and loft on this one. She's in the landing zone and out of the woods. Good shot. It's not the mini's fault. Jennifer Allen's trying to decide if she wants to go for the basket. And from that back corner, it's about 395 to 410.
410. That's great. I got confirmation that that's what it was. Oh, giving it a full rip. I don't think she turned it over enough, so she is going to be OB left. But she's up near that circle 2 distance.
Stacie, not a lot to work with. She pitches out to the fairway. Allie Smith's got a bit of a little walk-up area. Look at this shot from Allie.
Oh, and she even got a little glide.
I love that.
I feel like you haven't seen much of that on these grassy, like these 2 holes. A lot more of sticky discs.
But this grass has a very fresh haircut.
Stacie going for the tower tap, but she'll be just outside the bullseye.
I like Stacie's pants today.
They are nice pants. Little flare.
Yeah. Hailey King, forehand up shot. And she is inside the bullseye, I believe, or maybe right outside of it.
Jennifer Allen pitching up toward the basket. She'll be inside the bullseye.
Thank you, sir. For all day.
Allie Smith in for birdie here on the 18th. Well played.
Hailey King sneaking over the nubs. She will walk away with an 8 here on the final hole.
Ooh, little high putt for Stacie, but she can secure the bogey on the 18th.
And Jennifer taps in her bogey. That's going to wrap up the back 9 of day 3 here at the Pro Tour finale.
With that birdie from Allie Smith, I believe that moves her up to the lead card for the final day. It does. She will be joining Missy Gannon, Kat Merchant, Owen Scoggins. A great show from her today, really keeping it level.
Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hang out with us tomorrow to check out Hailey, Kristen, Jennifer, and Stacie. And if you'd like to support me, you can head on over to pharmacbd.com and use code HOLLY for 20% off all Pharma CBD products.
And if you'd like to support me, you can find my tour series Convict on the Dynamic Disc website. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you tomorrow for the finale. But not actually.